just as special as the company and the services they provide. I got my girl here, Mayra, with the Closing Ally. So Mayra, what was your vision? What got you going as a proud owner, an entrepreneur, and things like that? What made you kind of feel that the real estate world needed, a closing ally in their life?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great question. And that's exactly why I named the Closing Allies. Because I feel that realtors need that special person, that special title friend that is there for them from start to finish. And I've noticed that there's a lot of new agents out there with no direction, no education about title, and no support.
Yeah.
So everything was about, how can I be that special ally and their forever ally in the transaction? And everything about service, communication, and support, being there for them.
Yeah.
Being available 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but kind of 24/7. Because I have agents calling me on a Saturday, Sunday. If they need anything after hours, I make sure that we're available for them. Because I think that it's needed, right? Because you guys are so busy all the time. And it's hard when, the majority of title companies are closed, or they work from 9 to 5 or Monday to Friday, and you don't have that person to talk to.
Yeah.
If you need somebody right away, you can't wait, then you call the Closing Allies.
That's it. And, and I can attest to that. And this is not just something you're just saying that just sounds good on a brochure. What's really magical, you're very even selective of who you bring in to make sure that gets serviced. And shout out, to my girl Mayra and Emily and the whole staff, is because they go above and beyond. And what you said was very interesting. People probably think it's all about just the customer, but your customer is the agent as well.
Absolutely.
And there are so many things that you guys do. I could run off the list, but for some people who really want to know, you just got to hire us both and see it in action. But you do so many things for the agent as well as the customer, because you're seeing both of us as customers to you. And I think that's something that's always drawn me to you. It's never about the sale, it's about the service.
Absolutely.
And is that what you wanted to make sure that the Closing Ally was known for?
That is the whole vision, and that is our whole, motto kind of thing. It's about service, communication, transparency, and that sense of security that your transaction is well taken care of.
Yeah.
There's nothing gonna be like last minute things, no surprises. The communication needs to be on point from day one. So we work very hard to have smooth transactions every single time.
As an agent, we're out there and we're trying to figure out even if this home has an issue with the title or getting it. So, and I know for me, all I got to do is send you the address and say, hey, I'm meeting with this customer. I'm thinking about this, selling this house or representing this house. And you've looked up things and you said, hey, okay, well, you've been talking to this person, but there's another person on this title. We need to clear this. We need to do this. So you've given guidance without the expectation of something in return. And that's definitely what I've always admired and respected about you. Where does that come from as far as you saying, okay, well, only talk to me if you're using me as a title company? Again, like I said, you service the agent by just saying, hey, if you're going to represent this property or something, I did see some things. You're going to make sure that I'm going to need this court order. I'm going to need this document. Hey, you need to make sure you get this person's signature. So I guess for me, when I think about our relationship and what you've done, you've made me look like the hero that everybody wants me to be by just being able to provide me with information that I would have had to research and stuff, where now I just call you and the answer's there. So again, I know that's just a touch of it. Talk to me about that with the agents as far as, how they could count on that kind of level of service from you.
Absolutely, because we always want the agents to look good. That's our whole thing, right? Like, again, we treat the agents the same as the seller, as the buyer, because essentially you're our ideal client, right? So essentially we have to be there for you from start to finish. And when I say from start to finish, we want to get ahead. And if we know of any listings that you might have, and during your interviews, you have some red flags or you don't feel right about things, you're more than welcome to call us, and we can do at listing title search, where we can search for things in public records or any of the red flags that you mentioned earlier, so you can be prepared. So when you meet or when you have that final meeting with your client, you can seal the deal with confidence, and competence,
Nice.
right? Because there's so many agents out there. This is a very competitive career, correct? And you have to be competent. So we want to give you the tools, for your success.
I love that.
And we want to equip you with all the tools that you need to go out there for your listing presentations and win your listing presentations every single time.
Awesome. So it's great that you do that for the agents. Now let's talk about, at the end of the day, let's just be honest, we got to close.
Yes,
do what we got to do. And what I've seen you do for the customers is amazing. We just did a closing and it's been nothing but raving reviews, from the customers that I've worked with along with you and everything. So I don't think there's ever been like a type of closing, as far as like accommodating, whether it's mobile, location wise. I think one time I missed meeting with you because you had to drive. You may think I didn't forget. I forgot about that. I remember you were going to different places to be there. So let's move from the agent to the actual sellers and the transaction itself. You guys do so much. Again, shout out to Emily that she even looks over documents the way I would need for them to be looked over. So I don't know if she's just doing it for me, but I'll leave it at that. Okay, agent. So she really definitely, and she's one of the first people that I never asked her to do it. I just made a comment and she listened, and it was for the benefit of the customer, because I know it's usually, this was something that, yes, the agent's supposed to do, but the customer gets hurt if the agent doesn't. And that's what I respected. And that's what really, really said to myself, okay, she's my, I got a special place for her with that. But talk about the customer and how the closing ally makes sure that the customer has that kind of experience all the way to the closing and stuff like that. Where does that come from for you?
I mean, it's the passion for service, right? And when we say that we're family here at the Closing Allies, we are. So I think this is what is setting us apart from the rest, because we do go the extra mile. We are flexible in the sense that, like, if you need a mobile notary or if you need RON, remote online notarization, we can close anywhere around the world. We have the tools, to make the sellers or buyers' life easier. And of course, we're always here to answer any questions, any concerns, and we treat them like family. The transaction is as stressful as it is. Exactly. So we want to alleviate some of that stress and some of those burdens and things like that the clients go through. And the way that we do it is through communication and generally caring and transparency.
Yeah.
And whatever we can to make things go smoothly. And sometimes I go to do signings on my own. Like, I go to the people's houses.
I remember.
They're like, Mayra, help me out here because I'm in the middle of moving. I have boxes everywhere. And honestly, I cannot go out anywhere. So it's okay. We got you. We'll be there. We'll be there for you. And those things, try to go above and beyond, be flexible. Do care, because we don't see people as a transaction. We see people as a person, as they are, and that's what we like to do. We like to build relationships and we like to build trust.
Awesome. Even as you were talking, I still remember I was dealing with the customer and even the dialect and everything. And each time I said, well, hey, let me have you speak with Mayra. She will explain it to you, get it clarified. Because he was buying, selling, he was doing a couple of different things, and you just smooth it all out. And that's when I'm like, again, like I said before, not just for me, but for the customer, because I've always said the same thing. I want all my customers to feel confident and comfortable. And every time that we've done something together, I think that's always been something that's always been there. So with that being said, how can people reach you to make sure that we can help more people?
Absolutely. Again, my name is Mayra Estrella. I'm the owner of the Closing Allies. Our phone number is 407-574-7565.
Awesome,
Looking
guys.
forward to serving you in the near future.
Right. And with this video, you're going to see links to her website. All her contact information is also going to be available on there. So please click it. She's there for you. And like I said before, a true ally to the professionals, to the customers, and something that could be very, very stressful, something very, very crazy. You definitely want to give her a call, okay? So let's get out there. Let's keep helping people.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you, my friend.